Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream this morning. Let's take a look at what we got going in the charts. I have a good feeling about today. The last couple days has been a little bit rough, but we're going to get through that. Today we're going to be focused on precision entries, and we're going to be focused on making money today. So let's take a look at the daily chart, because this is, I think, where we're going to get a lot of our information from. So today we had news. Let me check one more time. It looks like we had news at 8:30, and it was core PCE price index, prelim GDP, and then we have crude oil inventories at 10:30. So that's kind of what it looks like we had this morning. Doesn't look like we had a huge move at the news. I'll show you that here in a minute, but I kind of want to focus in on this fair value gap right here on a daily chart. We've been trading in it, and we have this candle. This is an inside candle, meaning it's laying inside of the previous day. It didn't take out the high or the low. So I'm really interested to see, usually when you have this, it's either a big candle the day after it, so this day, or the next day. So I'd really like to see if we can get a big move today. What I would be interested in seeing is we've taken out this low right here while inside of this fair value gap, and we have a candle close up. My model says that we can go long, so I'm gonna look for longs. We'll see if there's any longs available in the chart, and then we will trade in that direction. So let's get a little more information here. Right off the bat, we have across the board, we have relative equal highs right here. I really like the way that looks in its formation. We also have this high that we created at, this is yesterday's high. That's a really nice buy side liquidity level. And then we have this sell side. This is our major sell side for the day. We also have these levels down here. These are from the previous day, the 2 days ago. So right now, this is what I'm looking at. I really like that they left these relative equal highs. It's trading in close proximity to this low, so there's potential for it to trade lower. Yeah, right now we're kind of hovering around right here. So this is regular trading hours. I'm also looking at that low. They left that nice and juicy. So it really just depends on what we want to do. What do we want to start trading higher, or do we want to start trading lower again and keep going lower until we get to these lows, and then ultimately we have a daily fair value gap below this. So far the market has been bearish, so it's really hard to go against that idea of the market being bearish. You can see it at market open most days, it's just boom, boom. You get a little bit here, and then it's boom, straight down, nice move here, or it consolidates. You get a couple days where it kind of consolidates. So it's really hard to go against that market narrative that the market is bearish, but we will see. I have at least some hope for bullishness to those relative equal highs. It's too smooth, it's too obvious. So I'd like to see what that looks like. Keep that in mind as well, where those are. All right, let's take a look at this again. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. Let's see what the market has for us today. Once again, I'm going to take those measurements. 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Yeah, see, it lines up to almost too perfect for that sell side. What the market will do sometimes, if there's 8:30 news, if there's a lot of 8:30 news, then around 10 o'clock, it can create an event where you have a fake out at open, and then it starts trading back towards that 8:30 news. It'll kind of use that as a trap. So it could trade down and then come back up to these highs. We're going to be patient. We're kind of stuck in the middle of the range right here. So if it was up here, we could have swept something higher, but we're kind of stuck right here in the middle. So I don't like that. I'm going to be patient this morning. If the model is there, then I will trade, but I'm not looking for something right at the open at 9:30. We'll see how it starts to trade. Right now, I mean, this is a model 2022 ICT model 2022. So market structure shift, fair value gap, trade higher. So let's see what it does at open. We've got a couple minutes. If you haven't seen the videos that I've been posting recently and you want to go check those out, go check out my YouTube channel. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. We're going to be live streaming a lot more, so keep that in mind. Keep coming back to the streams. Yeah, today will be interesting because looking at these levels, take off this. It's either we take out this high of day or we take out the low of day from previous day. So those are really the big pools of liquidity that I'm looking at. Let's see what we come across here. Cool. All right. Save that. And well, I'm going to go back to this 5-minute chart. Because, yeah, we're just kind of hovering. This would be that gap somewhere around right here. So I think we're gonna have to take out some liquidity before we pop back into this opening range gap. Be somewhere like that. We've got a couple minutes till the open, so we'll see what we get here. It'd be really interesting to see if they take out this sell side and then move to the buy side. I don't know, I don't understand why they wouldn't come up to this buy side liquidity pool. It's too clean. That's kind of my draw for the open. It's a really nice model 2022. I think at open it might just rip up to these highs. We've got about 1 minute. Let's see what it does. 30 seconds till open. Like I said, today I'm going to be really patient. If there's a model, I'm going to hit it hard. I like the price action that I'm starting to see in the charts over the last couple days. It's way better than it was through all of October, or excuse me, all of August. Way better. So we'll see what we get here, and here we go. Yep, it's gonna go right to those highs. Like I said, this was your model 2022 market structure shift, fair value gap. Boom. That's not what I was looking for today, but it's there. Pretty easy to see the draw this morning. Really, really easy. And there it goes. Keep going. Boom. Maybe it'll do what it did yesterday. Literally it went like 1 or 2 ticks close to the buy side liquidity pool that I was aiming for yesterday at open, and it stopped like 1 or 2 ticks before it hit that level, and then it reversed. So maybe it'll do the same thing here. I don't think so. I think if they leave this, that'll be crazy if they left that. because that would just be even more buy side that they would just be building up for later, which is wild. This is your first presented fair value gap of the morning session. And it might do what it did yesterday. It might just completely invert that level. Not take out the highs here and then start taking out and trading towards these lows. That would be crazy. If it does, then I'll trade to those lows 100%. If it gives up the ghost and it gives me a entry, that's a bomb trade. It's too extended, it's too close to that buy side. I don't want to enter that trade. Watching the 3-minute as well on a separate monitor, keeping the 1-minute chart here so you can see it. That's crazy. If this closes short, this candle, then I'll go short. See if we can get some kind of a little retracement here, because it invalidated that first presented fair value gap. Especially if it closes strong like that. Yeah. Give me just a little bit more. There you go. Short that. And then we're not just going to aim for this low, we're going to aim for this low. All right, we're positioned. If it takes out that buy side, that's going to be crazy. Stop almost got hit right there. Just gotta be patient. It didn't quite want to go up to that buy side, which is crazy. Like that's a clean level. If we get another down close candle that closes strongly down, I mean, I feel pretty good about this trade, but right now it's kind of hovering in the upper portion, which I don't necessarily like. I like that we broke below it, but then had a quick move higher. I placed my stop loss right here just because I'm allowing it to touch the top of that. That's a rejection block. So I'm allowing a little bit of a tolerance there, but not much. And as you can see, it literally came up and touched it with this candle. So we'll see what we get. This is going to be interesting to see if they trade higher or if they go for those lows. I'm trading towards these lows right here. And then right below that is where our limit order is placed at the daily low from yesterday. Yeah, fake traders to think that it's going to continue long. Everybody's getting faked out. If it's going to go lower, I want to see a candle close below that first presented fair value gap level. I want to see it close below that. It's about 100 handles down to that low. I want to see how it trades right here. If it can wilt and close below that 50% level, then I feel really good about it. It's just kind of playing around with this level. Like I said, we're going to be really patient today. So if this trade doesn't work out, then we will look for another opportunity. I think that we're okay. We're still in a little bit of a drawdown from the trade. My entry, I was trying to get it when it hit the tip of it right here, but it kind of gave me a little slip. This is what it looks like on regular trading hours. Yeah, so we've already traded up. We've almost done a full gap closure. Now I think we need to expand to the downside if we're going to take out sell side. We've done the damage. Everybody who was going long here, they're waiting for it to come up into these levels on a regular trading hour basis. We were waiting for it to take out all of these highs. Hasn't done that yet. Took out this high, which was the 8:30 news. And it's just playing with that level. Gotta be patient. Let's see, what time is it? 9:43. See what the macro wants to do at 9:50. That's what I'm gonna wait for in a couple minutes to see what the macro will do at around 9:50, if it's gonna continue or if it's gonna reverse. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, it might continue higher because ES hasn't taken out that high yet. Yep, there it is. Just took us out. Close our limit order. It's just playing around with that first presented fair value gap. We'll see if it wants to continue to go higher or if it wants to turn over. Dang. That's one of those ones, it's like, man, you knew it was there. That model 2022. I didn't want it to wick down and then expand higher. I wanted to see if it would kind of come down and give me another entry. It just kind of took off open, and then I thought it was going to reverse. We had a 3-minute down close candle, so if you look at it on the 3-minute, this is what it did yesterday. So it came up, took out one or two of these highs, and then it just left a little bit. We got a down close candle, that's why I entered, trying to get it on the trying to get it when it hit the first presented fair value gap to go short. We'll see what it wants to do now, because now we have this level. So I'm watching that high and this level to see if we get a down close candle below that. If we do, then I'll go short again. Gotta be patient, because we're taking out all of this buy side that I had identified earlier. It's just that I didn't want to trade or enter a trade right here, or I guess right here, just because I thought it may come down, sweep below these little relative equal lows that we had right at pre-market open session and then continue. I didn't want that to happen. It just took off instead. Which is fine. It's taking out buy side liquidity pools, so that's good to know for future reference, because that's going to tell us that the market is potentially turning bullish. Once we start seeing that, that's a good signature for us. So going back to a 1-minute chart. We'll see what it looks like on a 1-minute chart. I like to keep the 1-minute chart on the stream, that way I can show you the details. I just have the 3-minute chart on a separate one, kind of keep my charts a little more clean for the stream. Make it a little more aesthetic. We've got about 30 seconds left on this 3-minute candle. We'll see how it wants to close. If it closes lower, if it closes below this low right here, or this high rather, If it closes below that high, then I'll go short. So it has to close somewhere in here, somewhere in this level. I can't go short until it does that. I do want to short it right there. There's a little fair value gap that I know is right there. I really want to short that. Should we short it? I think we should. No, I'm just kidding. It's not my model. You thought I was gonna take a trade. I do like that fair value gap though, the way that it's just playing around with it like that. That's your low risk sell, market maker sell model. I do like that we're closing lower now. We're going to take this short right here. Be a little bit more precise with it. Right there. Stop is going to be placed right here. It shouldn't go above that level. And then we're going to target this fair value gap. Since we only have one contract, we're going to actually go full stop. We're right at 950, so the market should either, I would like to see if it wants to continue to go higher or reverse. I am going with the mindset that it's going to reverse. There's a little fair value gap that we just formed on a 30-second chart right here. So it should respect this level. And then we'll see what we would get for a 10 o'clock silver bullet, see if we would get a retracement into a fair value gap down into this sell side liquidity pool. On a 3-minute chart, this is what it looks like. This is why I entered that trade, is because we were closing lower on this 3-minute candle, and I really liked that. We closed below this low, so it really shouldn't come back above here. If this is going to be a sell model, market maker sell model, it should not have to go clear up to here again. So our model is there. That's what we're looking for. Get a candle close below that, a rejection. So on the 1-minute chart, here is our fair value gap right here. That's our sell side gap. See if it wants to wilt lower here. Did a little bit of a mohawk there. That's fine. Not too worried yet. Really kind of upset still that I didn't catch this trade, because I knew it was going to go to this buy side liquidity pool. Just kind of difficult to trade that at open. But 950, we're in this 950 macro. We'll see what it wants to do, if it wants to continue or reverse. Our model was there on the 3-minute chart. This is that model. This is sweep of liquidity, close back below the low, or the high rather, and then trade to the opposite side liquidity. But right now it seems like it wants to be strong bullish. And it's probably going to take me out. Yeah, I'm just going to close this. Dang, rough day. I knew exactly where it was going to go at open. Just didn't give me the entry model that I wanted. You just got to be patient. And I mean, if you look above this high, what do we have? We have these highs. And then we have also these highs that are relative equal. So it's probably going to go for this high now. Probably is going to reverse. It's going to start moving bullish on a daily chart. This is what I'm seeing here. Like I said, we could potentially have a big range day today because of this inside candle. It's kind of just like a spring. It just says, okay, the market's ready to rally in a certain direction, whether it's bullish or bearish. Once this candle prints, it's going to give me a bias for the rest of the fall months, aiming for this high, and then obviously we have all-time highs. So that's really going to give me some intel on which direction the market is going to want to go for the fall trend. Looking at a 5-minute chart, this is what it looks like. Yep. And a 3-minute chart. Dang. So unfortunate. Had the draw right, just didn't execute at open. Missed a trade. I'm not mad that I missed a trade. I'm just mad that I couldn't get into the trade. I didn't want to chase price after it had left. The good thing about the way that I trade is if you're wrong, you know it pretty quickly. I mean, that was pretty quick. So quick, easy stops, large profits. That's what we're going for. Small losses, don't bother me. Small wins don't bother me. It's just that, man, I really wish I could have executed on that one. Missed opportunity. The one thing about the market, there's always another opportunity. The models are always forming. So using those ICT concepts, they do come in handy. Let's look at these again. Go from here to here. Standard deviation level. So we hit this one. We could expect it to probably continue higher. I really don't want to short now just because it's already taken out this buy side level, and the likelihood of it turning and going down to these lows is very, very low to me. In my opinion, I don't think that it will go down to these lows. We're already starting to trade higher on the daily chart, so I would assume that today is going to be a bullish day. So above us, I've just put on the chart, we have the current new week opening gap, and then above that is that buy side liquidity pool. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna use a 1 minute chart as our higher time frame. Since we're in close proximity to that, we're gonna look for a 15-second entry up into this new week opening gap. See if we can get a good little scalp here. Because I don't think it's finished going up. Now it's giving me signals of bearishness. We've had 1, 2, 3. Looking this at a 3 minute chart. 1, 2, 3. 3 highs in a row, and then we take out this high. We get a candle, down close candle after taking out this high. If you know the model, you know. Let's see what 30 seconds has. There's just a little tiny fair value gap right there. Little tiny one. I'm gonna wait for this 3 minute candle to close, so we've got about 40 seconds left until it closes. I want to see what it looks like, because right now we're close to that new week opening gap up here, so it makes it difficult to want to short it. I'm going to need a little bit more confirmation to go short. If it wants to go long, then we'll trade to this new week opening gap. I like that as a short. Wait for it to pop back just a little bit. Place our stop at that level. We'll see if we can trade back to this first presented fair value gap and then trade below that to all of these lows. Everybody who's been going long has been trailing their stop losses. Where are they trailing their stop losses? Here, 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 and here. So that's the idea of a short. If it invalidates this, then I'll immediately go long and trade to that current new week opening gap. See if we can get a scalp there. We're still in this 1050 macro. So like I said, 1050, you can either see it reverse or continue. We're thinking the logic is that we've taken out all this buy side liquidity. So now we're looking to retrace or reverse, short-term reversal. We've taken out the high on ES as well. So we're just going to do a base hit here. Take out this low and then come back to midpoint of that first presented fair value gap. See how it just kind of like sawtooths up here, and then we kind of give up the ghost. Here's the, it's easier to see on a 15-second chart. Here's that market structure shift lower. It breaks below not only this low, that low, but I'm looking at that one specifically. Breaks below that low. There's your fair value gap. There's your 15-second order block right there. Touches it, starting to trade away. Watching it on a 15-second chart, it moves a lot faster. It's the same price movement, it's just on a 15-second interval, so it seems like it moves faster. But it's all the same price. See if it wants to give up the ghost here. I would like to see one or two candles just kind of, you know, come down this way instead of playing around. It's almost like resisting to want to go lower. I don't feel good about this. Yeah, I don't feel good about that. If I can get just a little bit of a profit in here, then I will. Sometimes it'll do that. I want to put a time stop on it, like this. Wait till the end of a macro to see what it wants to do. I'm not like panicking or anything, it's just I'm being very cautious. I don't want to see it go really above this candle. See it give it up right here. We hit we're in burrito money right now. This is burrito money, guys. Burrito money. A burrito costs $20, $23 with tax or something like that. So we're in burrito territory. Burrito money. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like this trade. I'm gonna close it out. I just don't like that. It's just grinding lower. I was hoping for a little bit more expansion. We're not getting it. I just gotta be patient. This is the hard thing. I missed my trade to open, and I can feel myself wanting to get into a trade, so I'm just gonna kind of chill. Like, I'm just gonna kind of take a step back. Even if this trade works out, I'll be okay. Like, I don't want to do anything crazy, so I'm just gonna kind of chill right now, because I can feel the urge to want to trade, and I gotta stop myself. Just kind of reset. All right, I think I'm good. I just needed to clear the cobwebs just a little bit. Let's get back to it. So, taking out the buy side. So this is good information to know. We're hovering near this current new week opening gap. This is the current week gap. I was in a trade. I didn't want to hold. I didn't think that it was going to continue, so I got out of it early. I didn't feel good about it. I could feel myself wanting to revenge trade a little bit for missing my setup this morning at open. So that's fine. It took out buy side liquidity. That doesn't mean that it's bullish. It just means that it's starting to take buy side liquidity. It wasn't doing that earlier in this week or last week. So that's a sign that it's potentially starting to turn bullish for me. We still have these relative equal lows, so it still could turn and come all the way down here. If it does that, then we missed a trade, and then we exited a trade too early. So two kind of missed opportunities. This is why the morning is just kind of really difficult sometimes. I missed my first trade, kind of got in my head a little bit, then started doing stuff that I wasn't normally used to doing. So kind of had to take a little break there for a second, and now we're back to normal. So we took out this first presented fair value gap. We're just finishing a macro at 1050. It at 950. We've retraced a little bit into this gap, and I think I think now it's an opportunity for them to take out everybody who was going long in this run. So take out stops. You have relative equal lows right here. So I don't think it's going to stop in this gap. Probably continue here and then here as well. And then if it wants to reverse, it'll go here. But I'm stuck in the middle right now of a range. So my model, I have to wait for a 3-minute chart. This is what a 3-minute chart looks like. This is what I was saying. You get 1, 2, and then you get 3. I was looking for the reversal, was in a trade, got a little bit of a profit, and then I didn't feel good about the trade, so I exited the trade. Now we're just patiently waiting. Where does it want to go? I'm not in a rush to take a trade at all. Like, if I feel good about a setup, right now I have no bias and I'm letting my strategy kind of lead me. I don't have a bias, bullish or bearish. So that's a good thing about my model, is I don't have to have one. I'm following a model, so the model tells me where I need to trade and where my targets are. Right now I don't have anything telling me where the market is going to go. So I'm going to let it do its thing and we'll see what it wants to do. Nothing to do right now. See what ES looks like. ES still has highs across the board, so we could potentially trade higher. It's got some highs. We took out the low. That looks pretty clean on ES. So I don't think we're gonna go higher anymore. I think we're gonna go, or excuse me, I don't think we're gonna go lower anymore. I think we're gonna start trading higher based off of what I'm looking at. E-mini S&P. So if we go to like a 15-minute chart, maybe an hour chart will show it better. Yeah. So we took out these lows right here on ES, and then we kind of just started trading. Now we have these relative equal highs across the board right here. Boom, that level. We're starting to trade in that direction. So I'd like to see us if we can get to these highs. This would be really interesting to see if we can get to these highs on M and Q, and then using MES as kind of our guide. That's what I'm looking at. Still kind of just trading in that first presented fair value gap. Nothing interesting yet. This is our 10 o'clock hour, looking for a silver bullet to trade to liquidity. Or inefficiency. So in the market right now, where is the inefficiencies? The inefficiencies are here and here on a 3-minute chart, and then our liquidity is here and here. Where we've already taken out buy side, I think we need to take out more sell side. But like I said, I don't have a bias right now. I'm not going to enter any trade until I feel confident that the market is going in a certain direction. I'm not gonna trade anything. If I wanted to, I could go down to a lower time frame and scalp, but I'm not inclined to do that right now. So I'm looking at this fair value gap, and then we traded below that. I do feel confident about this going lower. Oops. Go short. We're going to be we're going to take a scalper mindset to take out these lows. I don't want to see it go above that first presented fair value gap. Since we're doing these one contracts, I'm just going for base hits. This is a little bit of a scalp. Nothing crazy. But I would like to see us scalp this opportunity, see if it wants to get animated and go down below those lows. If I had two contracts, I would take one off right here, and then I'd see if it wants to get below there and trail my stop pretty tight. This is more of a scalp than a big trade, and I'm okay with that. There we go. Come on, take it. There we go. There you go. Nice little scalp right there. So everybody who's been going long now has been taken out. We'll see if it wants to come down to these relative equal lows that we had from pre-market session right before the open at 9:30. That could be a nice little silver bullet right there as well. Silver bullet. I don't know where ICT came up with the name Silver Bullet. I used to always watch The Lone Ranger when I was a little kid. I don't know if you know that show. It's an American TV show. It's black and white. It's a cowboy show. And when you said the Silver Bullet, I was like, dang, that's the coolest name for like a trading system. ICT definitely knows how to sell. So I always thought that was a cool name. It just stuck with me. So I think that's why it's had such an influence on my trading, is obviously the name, but just to be precise, know what you're looking for. A timed entry window is something that, if you read other trading books, there's no such thing as timed entries. It's all based off of just randomized price action. ICT bringing time into it is a crazy game changer. But yep, that's a nice 10 o'clock Silver Bullet. Where I just took a trade, I don't like to re-enter super quick. Usually if I do that, it's just gonna be a loss, and it happens too often where it's a loss. So I hit my target, we inverted this fair value gap, tried to get it on the top, gave me a little bit of a slip right here, and then we just traded to this low. So I don't want to push my luck too much where we just took a win. I'll sit here for a little bit. We tried to take 2 trades earlier. They were both losses. So I don't want to push it too hard, like I said. But this right here, that's a 10 o'clock Silver Bullet. This is a 10 o'clock Silver Bullet right here. Trades into it once, twice, gives up the ghost. Now it looks like we're headed towards these relative equal lows. Market maker, sell model. See what it looks like on a 30-second. Nice. Today was a difficult trading day for me so far. Some days it's like this. I mean, I had my draws right. I had the draws on liquidity. It was just difficult to hold it today. But it is nice to see that we're starting to take out some buy-side liquidity. It was way too easy this morning to see this buy-side liquidity on a 5-minute chart to take out these highs and then ultimately that high. But now it was just so difficult to hold that, to get into a trade and go short here for some reason today. Tried to be really patient. So being still, being patient is a very hard skill. I'm not saying I'm perfect at it. I'm just saying I'm trying to use that skill right now and be patient instead of trying to chase price in a certain direction, one way or the other. keep myself from doing something stupid. Capital preservation, #1 priority. If you are aware of your capital, you're less likely to blow it. Realizing that your capital is your lifeblood. Like, you can't trade unless you have capital. So mental capital and physical capital to trade with money. Like, if you don't have both of those things intact, you're gonna struggle trading. So I'm trying to preserve my mental capital, but also preserve my monetary capital. That would have been a nice short right here. That's your 10 o'clock silver bullet. Here's another 10 o'clock silver bullet right here. If you're watching the stream, appreciate you joining. Today we outlined that we wanted to see a bullish move at open to take out these relative equal highs and potentially this high. We got it, and then we tried to go short. I didn't feel good about it, so we took a small profit aiming for these lows, and now we're just kind of waiting. So I don't want to enter a trade right now because my model isn't there. So just a rundown of what we've done so far. Appreciate you joining. Nothing crazy so far. See if it wants to respect this fair value gap right there. That's a nice one. Nice little retracement back into a fair value gap right before it takes out sell side. Look at how the bodies are respecting that 50% level. That's a nice little touch right there. Now we're just waiting to see what the market presents as an opportunity. We're finished with the opening range. We're going to take a measurement of the opening range from 9:30 to 10 o'clock. So this high will actually go like this. From there to there. Look at how nice that level matches up with these lows. It's almost too perfect. We're in the discount of this range. I don't want to go short here, even though I think that this would be a nice entry. I don't want to go short just because I don't want it to roll back against me and start to trade higher. That's the only thing keeping me out of this trade. We're already in a discount of the range from the low here to the high, so 50% of that level is about right here. We're already in the lower portion of that, so I don't want to go short. Nice little reaction there off the 50% level of that fair value gap. Got a little bit of a mohawk there, nice. Right outside of that fair value gap. Now you can see a trade lower. We're 10:30, so first hour of trading is finished up. Sometimes you can see a nice little flurry at this time just because the first hour of trading is done, so those orders are being filled or they're being put into the market. So that first hour of trading is really important in the mornings. Just playing around with this fair value gap. Like I said, I don't want to go short right now. I'm not inclined to, just because we're in the discount area of this range from this low to this high. So I don't want to see it. I don't want to take a trade lower because we're already in the lower portion of it. So it makes it difficult to want to short it here, just in case it wants to retrace a little bit higher. But I would target these lows. That's a really nice reaction. It lines up with the negative 0.25 level of our opening range that we have measured here. Just trying to read the charts right now, doing a little tape reading. We're not ready to deploy our model yet. That's why I didn't want to trade this fair value gap, is because I didn't think that it could have rolled over, but the fact that it didn't makes me feel good that I didn't take that trade. That would have just been a loss. So glad that I stayed out of the market there to trade to this sell side. We'll wait for it to take out some liquidity first, and then we'll see if it wants to trade back in that direction. That's really what I'm looking for. We came back, touched this first presented fair value gap. Took out this little high right here on a 1-minute chart. Just waiting to strike. We're waiting for our model to be there. We're looking for a trade during this 10 o'clock hour. We've already taken 2 trades. They were both losses. They were small losses. We wanted to go short here. We didn't quite get that trade to work out. It kind of played with this first presented fair value gap and then went long. And then after we touched this buy side, we tried to go short, and then we went short again here. We took a small win. I didn't feel good about it continuing to go lower, so I closed the trade. Kind of had to take a little bit of a mental reset. I had my draw right at the beginning. We wanted to see it take out these relative equal highs. We got that. Kind of annoying that it didn't give me a good entry at open, but now we're just trying to be patient and wait for it to show what we to show a model that we can enter. We do have a little bit of a buy side liquidity pool right there, just a minor buy side. Right above this first presented fair value gap. I'm gonna watch it on the 1 minute chart because we're close to, I think we have the potential to take out these lows. So I'm just waiting to see if we can get a stop raid and then a rejection of that and trade back down to this. So it looks basically just like this. We have a high here, we take out that high, we get a candle close lower inside of a fair value gap. I would like to go short on this. I'll place my stop loss right there. That's the model right there. Go short there, stop here, right there. And we're in a scalping mindset right now. So we're not trying to hold for, 100, 200 handles, something like that. We're not trying to do that. And it may take us out, and that's fine. But that's the model. I just wanted to do this so that you could see the model. And I think that it's going to take out this sell side at some point. It might not do it right now. It might do it a little bit later. But that's kind of the model. Take out a high, down close candle. After it takes out a high, go short. If it takes us out right here, I'll be done for the day. I won't take another trade. I don't want to take more of a loss. Got really close to my stop loss right there, but it hasn't quite taken it out yet. And my target really is this. So this is what I'm looking for as a target, is this sell side liquidity right here. See if we can get down there before 11 o'clock. It's 10:41 right now, almost 10:42. So we've got a couple minutes until the 10:50 macro. We looked at the 9:50 macro. Did it want to continue or does it want to reverse? That was kind of the idea around the 9:50 macro. 10:50 macro, let's see which direction it wants to take out liquidity. Does it want to take out buy side liquidity or does it want to take out sell side liquidity? I think that it's going to take out this sell side liquidity. I think that this nice little touch here on this first presented fair value gap, if we could get another down close candle below these ones, I'll feel a lot better about this. Since we're only trading with one contract, I'm not going to hold for this. I'm going to just take a nice little scalp right here, and I'm going to hold below this low. Because if it's going to go below that low, it's going to go below that one. Trading with one contract, this is how I trade with one contract, is I just have to take base hits. I'm deleveraging during August. I'm not taking my full position. My full position is 5 contracts. I'm not taking that full risk amount in August. I'll wait till August is finished, and then we'll start seeing what happens in September. If we can get a nice little fall rally higher in the markets, that's what I would like. But I'm not going to leverage my full amount in August. I'll take these small base hits, and then we'll start seeing some larger trades in August, end of August, now that we're in the end of August, through September and October and potentially November. So that's kind of what I'm looking at is in my analysis and my opinion is that we'll have a rally, and I'm saving my full contracts for those trades. Today was a good one. I wasn't expecting it to be that good at the open or these trades, just because through August it's been really difficult to to trade. It hasn't been that clean. So to see a clean trade set up this morning was refreshing, to say the least. Not capitalizing on it, a little bit frustrating, but sometimes that happens. Let's see if we can get a nice little retracement right here. I don't think it's going to go higher. I think that it's going to start trading softer down into these lows. I'm not going to move my orders. I'm just going to leave them where they're at. And if it takes me out, then I'm done for the day, for the morning session. If it goes to my target, great. I'm not going to get too antsy about it. I'm just going to let it play out the way that it is right now. Obviously analyze it throughout the trade, but I'm not going to get too trigger happy about closing my position at any other points other than where my limit orders are at right now. And be happy with those results. Watching my son outside, he's riding his little four-wheeler. Oops. It's just playing with this fair value gap. That's fine. It's staying, if we can stay below the lower portion of this fair value gap right now, I would feel a lot better about this trade working out. Right now, I'm about 50-50 on it working out. Like I said, I'm willing to take a loss right here. I'm not willing to take another trade this morning. It's gonna take me out right here, most likely. If you're just joining the stream, welcome. We've taken a couple trades. Nothing super great yet. This is probably going to be a loss right here. So, yep, there it is. And I'm done trading for the day. That unfortunately is the loss that I didn't want to. I don't want to risk any more capital today. So at open, we called that we were probably going to trade to these highs, and then we did exactly that right at open. And then we were looking for a reversal, took a little win, didn't feel confident that it was going to continue, so we stopped. And now we're looking at the charts right here. It's kind of retracing, coming back into this first presented fair value gap, and I want to see if it wants to trade down into these lows right here. On a 3-minute chart, on my other monitor, this is what I'm looking at. So we have this high right here, and we have this high right here. My model says that there has to be a stop run before we can enter the market. We got one on a 1 minute chart, just trying to get a really precise entry. We didn't quite get that, so I'm moving to the 3 minute chart to see if we can take out either this buy side, or we just created buy side right here. If we get a down close candle, that's really what I would like to see. That would be confirmation to me that the market is gonna trade lower. So until that happens, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna take another trade, so we're just kind of watch it here and see what it wants to do. Tape read it. We're almost at that macro, that 1050 macro. A couple seconds away from it, 10 seconds away. So sometimes the 1050 macro can be a stop run, and that's what I like to see during that 1050 macro, is it go and seek liquidity either higher or lower. Right now we have this higher, this buy side liquidity that's higher, then we have this sell side liquidity that is lower. We just took out a small pool of liquidity, a small buy side right here. So we'll see what a 1050 macro looks like. My first, if I had to choose, I would say that it wants to go up to this buy side, but there's nothing really for me to want to say that I want to trade in that direction. Nice little move there at the beginning of a macro, 1050 macro. We just completely filled this first presented fair value gap. So we'll see if it wants to just give a little bump up into that high right here for the 1050 macro. It's almost there. Come on. I know you can do it. Just a little bit more. And there you go. Just barely touched it. There you go. Nice. And there you go. Macros. Macros, measurements, relative equal highs. Easy, right? Unfortunately today, I wasn't able to execute on it perfectly, which that happens. I'm not too worried about it. I am happy to see that we are starting to take out relative equal highs and things like that. That just means that we're potentially starting to, instead of move lower, we're going to start moving higher on the daily chart. So I like that that idea going into the fall. See a market rally through the fall. Like I said earlier, the 1050 macro can be a stop run, meaning if there's a high or a low in close proximity, it will seek that liquidity. So we did that here. We started 1050 around right here, traded up to this. I like this as a rejection. If I was going to go short, I would go short right here. But we're going to log out of our trading account. We can paper trade this. If we're going to paper trade it, we're going to go short right here. We're going to go short 5 contracts. There you go. Stop loss is there. And we're just going to take a nice little easy trade down to this low. And I'm going to hold for this one. And then we're going to take 2 off here. So we're going to put an order here of 2. Oops. 2. Confirm. This is paper trading. So you can see obviously that this is what my normal trade would look like. What I want to see now is I want to see magnitude and speed. Since we took out this high right here, I want to see speed to the downside. I want to see snappy, quick 3-minute candles. I don't want to see it lollygag around. If it's going to go lower, it should start to trade lower right here. Really shouldn't go above that high. $10.50 macro did its job. It started trading 2 liquidity. Now we'll see if we can get a rejection of that liquidity. This is actually going to be 3, not 5. I want to see it trade lower below this first presented fair value gap. Kind of use that as rocket fuel to really propel it down below this first presented fair value gap. I want to see it just kind of give a little bit of a pop lower and then maybe come back and touch it and at least trade to this low. That's a nice little scalp. Nothing crazy yet. Still in just a little bit of a drawdown. I don't think we're going to be in a drawdown for very much longer. I think it'll kind of give up the ghost right here. Still kind of just playing with the top of that first presented fair value gap. Man, even though this is paper trade, I don't like the way that it's looking. I really need it to trade below that 50% level of that first presented fair value gap. I feel a lot better about it if we do that. It's kind of like the first step that I'm looking for. It's just consolidating. Not quite there yet. I'm looking at this chart on a separate monitor. So you have this fair value gap right here. That's kind of what I was looking at. Probably gonna take me out. Yep. And there you go. I'm done for the day. Unfortunately, we couldn't quite get it to a profit today. We're in a little bit of a drawdown from today. That last trade was a paper trade, so it wasn't real money. Unfortunately, we had everything right today. We just couldn't quite get the entries on point. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll regroup and we'll redo it. If you liked what you saw today, give the channel a like and a subscribe. We'll be doing these lives more often. Today was kind of a fluke day. I don't feel like I usually trade like this. So little bit off my game today. That happens. It's part of trading. But we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be streaming again tomorrow at 7:15 Standard Time, Mountain Standard Time, 9:15 Eastern Time. So catch me on the next stream tomorrow, guys. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.